2017 is finally here, and with it, SuppTalk Radio is back with a vengeance. My goal this year is to bring you 3 to 4 shows a month, dropping on Fridays. What does this mean for you, the listener? More up-and-coming guests, more industry knowledge, and, of course, more contests. One of my favorite sites to visit is stack.com, which is STACK3D.com, where they offer the latest and greatest industry news, who's moving and shaking, et cetera, et cetera. So multiple articles on my guests, and knew I had them have them on, and of course they graciously obliged. Without any further ado, allow me to introduce Carlos Esquivel of Core Extreme Nutrition. Carlos, welcome to the show.
Hi, Sean. I'm glad to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you. Again, I love to talk with the younger up-and-coming companies. So why don't we start? Tell me a little bit about you and the company.
Sure. Well, I guess a little bit about me. I have a little bit of clinical background with pharmacy and basically been in the healthcare industry for like 13 years. So, basically I took that kind of knowledge and, I wasn't really happy with, the matrix blends and a lot of the high stem products on the market. So I kind of decided to do something for myself. And then, based on that, I kind of just started the company. Kind of just, snowballed into that.
Interesting. So when did you guys actually, quote unquote, launch?
Well, technically, I think I started the company like back in March of 2016, but we didn't really have a product until a few months later because I was doing a lot of R&D.
Gotcha. And then you came out with your first product, I guess Boost. Is that what it's called?
Yep. It's basically a low stem pre-workout, but it was more designed for like endurance athletes to kind of give them more of a strength and performance overall increase. Okay.
And what makes this product? Because I know you have a special blend of cordyceps and some other good things. Now, what makes this maybe a little bit different than some of the other pre-workouts out there?
Well, Core Extreme basically made this product. It was the first company to make a pre-workout including Pico 2. And Pico 2 is a custom blend of 6 adaptogens, which have been scientifically proven to increase, power strength and power output, as well as oxygen uptake. So that's what makes it really stand out.
Interesting. So now with the Peak O2, is this product something that's more for more aerobic exercise or more anaerobic or a combination of both?
You could do both because I did throw in some like, baiting, basically it was really designed for endurance athletes, like for CrossFitters, for sports, someone who just wants to build muscle but then also wants to perform better.
Understood. Okay. And I have to give you credit from the fact of it's nice to see a pre-workout coming out or out on the market that's a little bit lower in caffeine. And I know looking at your ingredients, you're at about 150 milligrams per serving.
150 for caffeine anhydrous and then 50 with the generic of Infinergy.
So now, are people that you're selling this to, are they just to be honest, are they comfortable with that amount, or are people using double scoops? Because let's face it, in today's environment, it seems more people want higher caffeine, which I think is kind of bad.
Yeah, I mean, there are the people who want that big, strong kick. But the people that are just looking to really just, get in better shape, this is a perfect product for them because it's more of a low stim. And what I've noticed is after they take it for a while, then they kind of notice that they don't really need the high stimulants. Because the high stimulants basically just get you jacked up. Sure. But then, at the end of the day, if you're missing on the ingredients that really get you going or get that muscle growth like beta-alanine and baiting, then what's the point if you're just taking like, a product that's just a bunch of stimulants?
No, I understand. And that's, I've gone on record numerous times on my show saying that as a society, I think we're too over-caffeinated. I've seen more and more products coming, 400 plus mgs of caffeine, whether it's just anhydrous or different blends. And I've seen people or heard people taking sometimes double scoops of this, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, there are people who they love their caffeine. So, I mean, I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. But I guess I kind of previewed that I am working on something for those type of people. But it's a different market. The people that are probably going to buy this are actually just looking for just a little boost. That's where they coined the name. Just a little pick me up right after they get out of work. They don't need that high stim product. But I am creating a high stim product for people that really want that kick.
Oh, interesting. Talk about that since you kind of opened that door, if you can.
Sure. Well, right now it's research and development, but I am working on it. But I'm trying to add some things into it, or some ingredients that make it really stand out. That's not typically seen within the pre-workouts. So it's not just going to be a reiteration of creatine and that type of deal. It's going to be with some other ingredients that you probably haven't seen in a pre-workout.
Gotcha. And what are you toying around with the caffeine content?
I'm not going to go too crazy, but I'm going to give it with like a 300 milligram kick.
Kind of the combination of the anhydrous and the malate, like the boost here, or?
Exactly. I'm probably going to go with the 250 anhydrous and about 50 in synergy, so they get that, some sustained energy release.
Okay. And for a lot of the listeners that don't know too much of the difference, what really is the difference between the anhydrous and the malate? Is one more time released?
Yeah, the anhydrous is that instant rush of, that it kicks in right away. And then the malate version, or the caffeine malate, it's kind of like the slow release, so you don't have that crash. It kind of keeps you going, so you don't crash mid through workout.
So with Boost, this is more of, when I analyze some of the ingredients here, you've got citrulline and you've got the betaine, beta-alanine. Is this going to be more of a kind of, like you mentioned earlier, an endurance kind of boost, to quote the name, or is there any kind of pump factor, or what can people expect when you take Boost?
I think you're just going to notice your performance. Like, I could give you a prime example for myself, because I do a little bit of everything. I do Kempo, I do bodybuilding, and then I also do CrossFit. The number one thing I noticed right off the bat was my endurance, because it helps with your oxygen uptake. So if you ever done CrossFit and like by the end of the workout you're like huffing and puffing.
Sure.
At the end of the workout I started noticing that I wasn't breathing so hard. Like it really completely, like I'd be doing the same level, same everything, but I felt like I didn't even push myself that hard. So then I started stepping it up and actually going to like higher levels.
So do you think with your formula it's helping oxygen uptake as well, or again just the overall well-being?
Oh yeah, it's actually scientifically proven with the Pico 2. That's why the Pico 2 is really like the standard, why I used it in my pre-workout.
Oh, interesting. Because that's something that I'm familiar with, but again, not seen in a lot of products, because I've seen products with the cordyceps, but it's a great product, or a great element, I guess I should say.
Yeah. That's basically the main focus behind why adding Pico 2 in there, because it really helped with all those things, the strength, the power, the oxygen. And then I did throw in the betaine, the beta-alanine, and the citramalate, for a little bit more of a little pump, but also more for that endurance factor.
Sure, and then you also have the choline, and you have L-tyrosine, which is kind of a little bit of mental focus, a little bit of mood, which is good, and an overall sense of well-being.
Yeah. And then I also threw another adaptogen in there, which is that Shishandra berry. That helps a little bit too with, I think it lowers your cortisol levels. It's kind of, in a way, it's like a natural way to kind of keep you from, I guess, gaining weight.
Gotcha. So now, someone that's using this, do you recommend kind of cycling a little bit on and off, or are they good for the 30 days? What do you recommend for someone using this?
For this one, because it's such a low stem product, I don't really think you need to be cycling. That's why I didn't really throw in a bunch of stems. This is more like something someone could keep taking and not really get like, that they would have to cycle off.
Gotcha. And what flavors? You've got a few different flavors. What is that available in?
Right now, it is in blue raz and green apple, but I am working on a few other flavors, and haven't released that yet officially, but being on your show, I'll drop a little info. I'm working on a pink Starburst flavor and a sour.
Oh, wow. Very nice. Now, with the two products, with the two flavors you have now, does one sell better than the other?
Yeah, the blue raz seems to be the one that everyone really likes. But me personally, I actually like the apple. I like that little soury taste,
Is it like a Jolly Rancher or a little bit different?
Maybe a little bit different, but it's close. It's close to a Jolly Rancher.
Okay. And with the other two flavors you mentioned that you're working on, when can people hopefully see that or see those on the market?
Right now it's still like testing it to see if I should add a little more flavoring, but I'm hoping probably within the next month or so.
Oh, nice. And obviously you've got the one product now. What else? You mentioned the higher stim product, but what else do you have coming out? I know looking on Stacked, it looks like you've got a protein and possibly a BCAA formula coming down the pipe.
Yes. So the protein, that's already almost done. I should actually be receiving those pretty soon. I actually have a feeling I'm probably going to sell out on that very quickly, but we'll see. Hopefully I get enough where I don't have to, have people waiting for it.
Sure. And the way Stack 3D wrote this article is, do you plan on making this a full disclosure protein?
Oh, it is. It is. Yeah. If you go to my website, you'll see the ingredients all there, all listed. Exactly. No fillers, no protein spiking, no nothing except protein, and it'll detail the flavoring.
Again, I've used this term numerous times. I got to give you credit because right now, out of how many thousands of protein products are out there, with you coming to the market, that may make 4 or 5 in total did a full disclosure. So I give you a lot of credit for being transparent like that.
Well, thank you. I mean, honestly, that's why I want this company to go in that direction, because I want to build that trust and that loyalty so people can trust the product,
So for people that haven't seen the article, is this going to be a blend, or what are you thinking about for the protein?
I have 2 versions that are actually coming out. One is a blend. It's going to be a concentrate, instantized concentrate with whey protein isolate, and the other one is going to be the hydrolyzed iso.
Oh, nice. And what flavors are you thinking about for those? For both?
They're both. It's going to be chocolate and strawberry for both.
Interesting. What made you pick strawberry over vanilla? Everyone seems to chocolate and vanilla at the same time.
Honestly, I go off my gut, and I go off what I like, and then I also have samples that I give out to close people that try a lot of supplements, and I get that feedback.
Gotcha. And did you mention when you think you'd have these to market?
Oh, the protein?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the protein will probably be I'm hoping within the next week or 2, actually.
Oh, wow. Now, will that be something that people get off your site, or will that be in some of the brick and mortars, or do you work with online retailers?
It'll be on my site, but it'll actually currently only be in 2 locations, but they're actually CrossFit locations. One of them is CrossFit Eagle Rock, and the other one is CrossFit Atwater.
And are those on the West Coast where you are?
Yes, they're in LA, Los Angeles.
Ah, okay. And what's the gym again for people that might be listening on that side of the world?
Oh, sure. So the 2 CrossFits are CrossFit Eagle Rock, and the other one is CrossFit Atwater.
Gotcha. So if anybody's attending the gym, make sure you mentioned that you heard about this on SuppTalk Radio. But regardless, and you also have a branched chain amino acid as well. Am I reading that correctly?
Yep. That one is coming out. That one I actually pretty much finalized the formula. I got a lot of positive feedback. The flavoring was good, so that one. The only thing is because of the protein, I might hold off a little bit longer. But it is set to come out probably within the next couple months.
So now, would that be I want to be respectful, a basic BCAA, or will there be additional ingredients in that?
It'll be a BCA, but I'll have, I'm throwing in citrulline, malate, as well as active PR, so a time-released leucine.
Okay.
So that'll kind of make it a little bit different than what you typically see on the market.
Interesting. And what kind of percentage are you going to be looking at with the BCAAs? At 2-to-1, 5-to-1? What would you?
Yeah, it's going to be a 2-to-1. I'm going to actually be using Compound Solutions Intaminos.
Okay.
And then the Active TR, I believe it was a 1 gram release.
Oh, nice. And what flavors will that be available in? Or are you still experimenting with that?
That one, right now, is kind of a fruit punch flavor, but it's still kind of in development mode because I haven't narrowed down where I really want it to be.
Gotcha. So what's next for you guys? Obviously, you've got some good products in R&D, but are there additional things that you have, on your plate, whether it's thermos or, a lot of companies are coming out with focus aids. But what else are you thinking about, in your brain?
Well, what I've noticed is a lot of people focus on getting to the gym and, maybe drinking water throughout the day, and that's why they use BCAAs. But I've noticed not a lot of people focus on recovery. So I'm actually working on something for recovery as well.
Oh, interesting. It's something with a kind of a higher carb to protein type ratio, or?
It won't have carbs in it, at least right now. I was thinking about doing a carb separately, but the recovery is going to be more for it's kind of in development. I have 2 versions, either one with protein or one, just like a recovery matrix.
Understood. So now when you're formulating, future products, is it just yourself, or do you have some kind of a soundboard that you work with?
It's pretty much myself. I mean, I take basically those 13 years of healthcare research and everything, and that's kind of what, helps me be able to do the analysis with the information. But then once you get the analysis and you put things together, you also got to test it in the real world. So then that's why I'm kind of my guinea pig, I take it myself, see if I like it. If I don't like it, I might give it to someone else that I trust, see what they think, and maybe it's just me personally that doesn't like it,
Gotcha. Well, you have to do your own little mini clinical trials.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically, you got to try it, see if it really, if it works in the real world, and if it does, perfect. If it doesn't, back to the drawing board. Sure.
Now, I did ask earlier, what made you come up with the name Core Extreme Nutrition?
It's kind of funny. I was just drawing my initials one day, and then I was like, well, what comes up with core, what comes up with CE? And then I just started playing with words. And that's how it kind of came about.
Interesting. So what else is going on with you guys? I mean, obviously you're fairly new to the market. One product that obviously sounds like a good stuff to coming out. What else maybe you might want to educate the listeners on?
Right now we're just, I'm trying to reach out, find some good ambassadors to rep my brand. So if you're interested, go to my website, fill it out. That's about it right now. It's more focusing on just letting everybody know that we have good products coming out and, what's setting us apart with the full disclosure, no proprietary blends, none of that matrix. And that's kind of what's, I just want people to know that we're trying to separate ourselves by doing that.
Gotcha. And a question for you, Carlos, in this crazy industry where, it's very cutthroat, what made you actually decide to get into the industry? Because it seems like it's such a tough market.
I think it was just, I wasn't happy with as a consumer. I think that's really where it was. I wasn't happy seeing all those matrix blends, figuring out how much caffeine is really in here, how much of real quality product I was receiving. So then I said, you know what, I'm just going to do it and just roll with it and see what happens. And overwhelmingly, I mean, it's been pretty good. I mean, I have a lot of people, they take pictures of my product and I actually repost it just, because they're real consumers.
Sure. And that's the best way to do it is obviously social media is such a powerful tool nowadays.
Yep, definitely.
So anything else, in closing, it's been a great conversation, and obviously, as I mentioned, it's great to see another company coming to the table that is full disclosure. I have so many customers, or let me rephrase that. I have so many guests come on with great products, but the common feedback I get is they do prop blends because they're afraid that someone else is going to rip them off. So when I see somebody with full disclosure, again, I on behalf of the listeners, I have nothing but great things to say for someone like that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely know where they're coming from because it's easy someone just go and copy your formula and tweak it a little bit. But, I guess you kind of run that risk just trying to be honest and give people quality products.
Yes, and I agree. And I guess when people say that, the fact of, well, I don't want anybody to rob me or rip me off my blend, it's more of, well, come out with a full disclosure. And obviously time will tell based on the brand and also who came out to market first.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think once you set yourself apart that you're there to actually build trust, the consumer will, usually stick around. And especially for myself, once I find a product I like, I stick with it. I don't play around.
And Carlos, what's the 3 to 5 year plan? Do you want to down the road become the next BSN Muscle Farm, or do you want to keep this as kind of a side hobby? What's the short and long term goals?
I think the long term goal is actually to be somewhere, be in business 30 years from now, like Optimum Nutrition or some of those bigger brands. That's my personal goal.
Do you basically want to aspire to be, at the bigger shows like an Arnold or an Olympia, or is that still too far down the road?
Yes, yeah, down the road, yeah. Right now and within the next year, probably not, but 5 year plan, that would definitely be the goal.
And Carlos, obviously, sooner or later, hopefully with the trajectory that you're on, you'll be in, the GNCs, the Vitamin Worlds, a lot of brick and mortars. So, and I know in summary with the conversation we've had, I walk into the store and there's your brand with all the other all the other pre-workouts there. Summarize why I should grab yours and not someone else next to it.
Well, I guess it goes back to that full disclosure. You're going to see exactly what I have in there. I am working on getting some certifications on the products down the road as well. So you'll feel safer taking my product, I guess.
Now, when you say certifications, what do you mean exactly? What do you mean when you say certifications?
Because there's a lot of products out there, they don't have like informed choice. They don't have any of that type of certifications. Like, for example, Stack3D does a certification on protein. So there's a lot of certifications out there. I'm just trying to figure out which one's the best for my product.
Understood. Because I know people are very big with putting, if it's manufactured in a certified GMP lab. But I don't know if a lot of people still understand what that means to a point.
Yeah, most consumers might not even look at that, but it's there for the ones that are looking for it, at least down the road.
And do you want to be more of a store brand? Do you want to be an online brand, or do you want to be a combination of both down the road?
Actually, I would like to be a little bit of both. I still like, running the online because I get to control it. But, I would like to make it easier for consumers to buy it because sometimes, people don't like going there's still people who don't like to order online. They like to just
you want that instant gratification.
Yeah, exactly. And so I definitely want to go down that route. I am talking to a few, stores right now to try to get in there, but it's all about timing. So that's where we're at right now with that.
Sure. Now, for a lot of these smaller, online stores that are just starting out, do you work on something where they might do a drop ship with you? Like if you use almost like their website as, an additional kind of marketing where obviously they've got the product, but you do more of a drop ship? Have you ever thought about something like that?
Oh, you mean like for Amazon or something like that?
Exactly.
I thought about it, but at this point it's not really beneficial for me. I think directly online is a little more manageable, at least at this point.
Understood. So, Carlos, in closing, it's been a fantastic conversation, and I appreciate your time. Where can people learn more about the company? Please plug your social media.
Yeah, sure. They can go to Facebook, look up Core Extreme Nutrition. Instagram, it's CEN_subs, short for supplements. So CEN_SUPPS. If you type in Google Core Extreme Nutrition, it'll pop up. And then from there, you can kind of read about the ingredient Pico2, see everything that's on the labels and all the stuff that's coming out. And there's also a section for all the athletes that I do have. I posted a few videos of them working out. So if you just want some entertainment, you can also check that out.
Nice, nice. Well, in closing, anything else to wrap up with, or, we'll let you get back to your day?
No, that's it, man. I appreciate you, taking the time to talk to me as well, and I had a good time. I look forward to talking to you again in the future.
Well, thank you, Carlos. And, folks, as always, we appreciate you spending your time with us. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, keyword SuppTalk, and download us on YouTube, iTunes, and Podcast Garden. Train hard, train smart. Thank you for listening.